Good afternoon. Myself Amit Kumar Jha. Right now I am pursuing my PhD in electrodynamics from Jamia Millia Islamia. I am having experience of 15 years in the field of teaching. Like from last 15 years, I am serving students of different field, and I am working here in an urbanpro.com as a special trainer or educator, like delivering maths, physics, and other competitive exams lecture here. And my way of teaching is totally different from others because I always believe to give the example of real life from for the basic concept. Whatever the concept is, I will always try my best to connect the same with the daily life example surrounding the student, in which the student is actually sitting there, or you can say just watching their everything. This is what I do, and this is what I always prefer, and this is what I expect from every teacher, that he should give the picture of the explanation of the conceptual part with the real life application, so that child will grasp the concept from his daily life, not from this conceptual typical learning. Because what I believe, all these theories, explanations are just for the sake of learning only. These are records. If you have the practical skill in your mindset, if you are able to apply whatever you have learned, like maths, physics, chemistry, whatever you want, then that's the good or real knowledge. And that is perfectly okay, what I believe. And this is what I do normally while teaching, and even after the teaching and before the teaching also. Firstly, I generate the interest of the child exactly on what topic I am going to explain, I am going to give my lecture. And after that, I connect him with the actual concept, or you can say the core concept, with the daily life example, so that it will be a good mixture of proportionate amount, and the child will feel completely confident. Today I am here on behalf of urbanpro.com, and I'm going to explain another interesting, you can say interesting concept of geometric sequence, a topic which is related to math. And technically, on the basis of this, it is, you can say the growth of appreciation or depreciation, everything depends. Let me give you firstly the example exactly what it is. This is geometric sequence, means everything will grow exponentially. Fine. Suppose initially, like you observe, you can say the bacteria. Bacteria is microorganisms. Obviously, you can't see. But at the same time, if you use high powerful electron microscope, then you could see. Fine. And then what will happen? Initially, suppose you notice it is in number. Suppose 2 microorganisms or 2 bacteria are there. And at the same time, if I would say it has constant rate of increasing in number. Fine. Constant rate of increasing in number. That is, it keeps on increasing after every second. It keeps on increasing like this. Suppose 2 to the power n, I can say. The best example. Suppose 2, then 4, then 6, then 8. Accordingly, it will increase like 2, 4, and 4 to the 8, 8 to the 16, 16 to the 32. Like this, it will expand exponentially. Fine. So whatever the thing or whatever the sequence in your daily life you see, like which is increasing exponentially, there you can apply this concept. Again, this concept can be applied in case of loan also. Suppose the bank is charging you a compound interest, then also you can apply the same approach. Okay, suppose you have borrowed some money, let's say 100 rupees. Fine. And bank said that I will charge, let's say 7.5% rate of interest compounded annually. Fine. Then accordingly, you can find a pattern. And then accordingly, you can calculate. Fine. You got the point? Okay. Now I am going to explain all these stuff one by one, so that you could connect the basic key features of geometric sequence. Okay. So now I'm going to start. So in generally, what we say in geometric sequence is technically the number of terms which is going one by one. That is A1, A2, A3. Fine. A1 will be your first term. The example which I gave you earlier, that is bacteria. Initially it was 2. So you can say your A1 is 2. And again, after that 4, then 8, like this it will go on. Fine. So again, the rate you can say is constant, which is 2. If you divide 4 by 2, you will get 2. Again 8 by 4. Every time consecutive terms you have to pick so that you could find your common ratio. And the important part is here only, that is common ratios should be fixed. Then only we can apply this approach. And that's why we call it a geometric sequence. Like it will increase exponentially. Fine. And actually, for finding the general term for the same, if you see, again, we can find if we have the sequence, general sequence, the thing which I told you, like 2, 4, 8, then you can take the example of the same. And if you want to know okay, what will be my 10th term, then I can use this formula. That is simple math. What is this? It is n minus 1. The formula is this. N is the number of terms. It is a natural number, like 1, 2, 3, and so on it will go. Fine. Because obviously it's not 0. Why it's not 0? Because it will start from first number, which I gave you the example initially. That is 2. Fine. And accordingly it will go on. And suppose if I want to find the same, let's say 100th term, then I will put my n 100. And obviously first number will be what? 2. Fine. And common ratio will be again 2. And n will be 100. 100 minus 1 will give you 99. Simply you calculate, you will get your answer. Fine. Okay. Let's move on. Now the second important thing is geometric progression, which I told you, a special sequence which is increasing by a constant ratio. This is what I have written here also. Constant ratio, that is common ratio. And accordingly, it keeps on increasing. That's why standard pattern of the number or the sequence in terms of math, if you want to know, then it will be like this. AR square, AR cube, AR to the power 4, like this. Fine. So these are the examples. Again, if it is in fraction, no need to bother. Again, we have to check the common ratio. It should be same. Yes, it is same. Then we can move forward. So now at the same time, I told you to find the number of term, that is this. And after that, if you want to find the total sum, suppose that example, in that example, I told you that constant rate, the bacteria keeps on increasing. And now you want at 100th position, what will be the total number of bacteria in that, you can say, your beaker. Then again, you can use this formula Sn. Sn is simply a relation, or you can say mathematical relation, which will help us to find the total number, total sum of all. And the formula is very simple. A times 1 minus r to the power n upon 1 minus r. Fine. And again, one more important thing you need to remember. If r values, that is common ratio, is less than 1, then formula will change. And if it is greater than 1, then again formula will change. Because sometimes it happens that values of r keeps on increasing with constant rate or keeps on decreasing with constant rate. I am giving you example. Let's say it is greater than the thing example which I told you earlier, bacteria concept. Like every time it keeps on increasing by 2. Now if I will give you another example, let's say 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 8, like this, then in that case it will keeps on decreasing. Fine. Again, in that case, the formula will change. Fine. And this is that relation. Fine. Let's move on. Now this is what I have written in my next slide. When r is greater than 1, then you can use first formula. If r is less than 1, we can use this formula. Fine. Okay. Now if there are n number of times, suppose n number of terms are there, then simply you can multiply to find n into a, you will get your answer. Fine. Okay. Now next, again, this is the math, the calculation to justify what it is happening. If you can't remember, no need to bother. Leave it. Fine. Simply the important relation which I told you, that you keep in mind. That is Sn and An. And again, if the sequence is of infinite, like we don't have end point, then in that case, simply you memorize the formula will be a upon 1 minus r. That's it. Rest is fine. Fine. Okay. Let's move on. Now, here are a few questions also based on that. Now, if you see, I have chosen a number of pattern, which I told you earlier, which is 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 8. In this case, if you see my r is less than 1, and again, I have to find the sum to infinite term. That's why I use the formula. That's it. Now see how easy it is. Like if you know the pattern And if you know the actual formula relation, you can get your answer. So this is what you can say the math makes everything easy. Whatever in daily life you can see, and that you can convert in terms of maths. This is the beauty of maths actually. Once your math is good, automatically everything will be fine. Okay, let's move on. Now this is what the main concept. And second important information is, if we talk about geometric means means a number, or you can say certain number, if we want to input between two numbers. Let's say I choose any number. It can be any number. It's not necessarily it's this number or that number. It's your wish. It depends on question. That's why I chose the letter A, X and Y. Fine. And this means that relation for, you can say, geometric mean, or you can say the relation that is A equal to square root of XY. Fine. In this way, we can insert n number of terms. Fine. Clear? Okay. Next. Now, this is another relation. Like suppose if you want to insert n number of terms, then this formula will be helpful. Again, A and B are those numbers in which we have to insert our values. Common ratios. I hope this is clear. Okay. Let's move on. Okay. Now, again, there is an important relation between arithmetic mean and geometric mean. Arithmetic mean is simply average. That is, suppose two numbers are there, A plus B by 2 will give you arithmetic mean. But in case of geometric mean, that relation which I told you earlier, which is X, that relation which I told you in which square root is there. Right now, I substituted, I wrote the symbol G. It is also fine. Any letter you can use. But again, you have to mention particularly this term is this. And then accordingly, you can find a relation between A and G. This is I have shown. Fine. Only the important thing you need to remember is this relation, and accordingly you can find. It's not a big deal. Okay. I hope till here and everything is fine. Okay. Now I am going to next slide. So again, these are the question. If you see given below, given the following series, which is this 5 terms. Now what we have to do, we have to find 5th term. And again, sum of the series. It's easy. Simply apply the formula. You will get your answer without any hesitation. Okay, great. Now, here is the solution also. Fine. I did everything the way which I told you. Simply I substituted the values. My common ratio is there. And again, first term is there. And I could find my 5th term by the general formula which I told you earlier, which is AR n minus 1. Yes, it is easy. Good. Now again, R, common ratio. Common ratio is greater than 1. That's why I can use this formula. And again, my Sn is also in my hand. See how easy it is. If you apply math, you will enjoy math. This is the beauty of math actually. Okay, let's move on to next question. Again, another question. Write down the GP whose 5th term is 80. 10th term is this. See, these are the questions to show you exactly the importance of GP, how much variation is possible in these situations. And accordingly, you just apply the math, you will get your answer. It's not a big deal. No need to bother about the question, the 5th term is given, 10th term is given, how I could find. It's not a big deal. Again, we will use the general term formula. We can get a relation and do simple math. That is simplification. You will get your answer, which I am going to show you again in my RC. This question is for you homework and you just try. If you will not get, definitely I will explain. I told you the basic tarika, basic way, that is general term. AN is that AR n minus 1. By this, you can find the obviously equation and then you just divide to find common ratio and then first term, and then accordingly you can write your GP. I told you oral explanation. I hope you will get it easily. If you will not get, you can contact and obviously I will explain. No need to bother. Now similarly, see another question. Here we are applying that GP in terms of rate of interest. See the amount it keeps on decreasing. Depreciation, that is 9%. Then what's the value of machine? See again a best example in your daily life. Suppose you bought a car and let's say the price was of 5 lakh rupees. But again, it keeps on changing because of the constant rate of depreciation. Value keeps on decreasing. And again, you can form the pattern and you can get your answer. This is what the question is. Fine. And accordingly, you can put your argument to that buyer, see, this is the constant rate of depreciation, and again my car is in this condition, so I am eligible for this amount. Fine. Then obviously that he will agree and he will purchase your car in good deal. Oh, great. Let's move on. See the working I have done. Simple math calculation is there. I think you can do it. Okay. And rate of depreciation, every working I have shown. Accordingly, you can calculate like 10th, and you can say the final value of this cost. See, initially it was 10,000 and right now it is 5,185. Again, because of math, you can say GP, we are able to calculate like after 10 years, what will be the price. I hope it is clear. Okay, let's move on. And now another question is of AM and GM, like arithmetic mean and geometric mean. Again, numbers are given. Simply you apply the formula, which I told you initially, that arithmetic mean relation and geometric mean relation. Arithmetic mean is A plus B by 2. Geometric mean is G equals to square root of A plus B. Fine. Now here it is. That's it. Simply you relate, and here you can apply the simple math. If you see, like square root is there, that's why I did square both sides. So by default, you can say square root will vanish, and accordingly I will get the product of these two numbers. And another relation I have, I can like apply that algebra, that is A minus B whole square is this. I hope you got it. Okay, great. Now here are a few questions which you can try, and obviously if you will not get, I will explain. And there are a lot more which I have learned in past 15 years, which I want to share with you, and I hope you will enjoy that. Thanks. Bye.